What's going on, guys? My name is TheBigKrillo and I'm here with an Xbox video because my thing has been broken for over 2 years now, and I'm broken and I'm not about to buy a new one. Anyways, so I'm using my phone, so I guess you can deal with that. But basically, I'm here to talk about a Minecraft minigame known as Pipeline Pursuit, and I recreated it. It's from a YouTube channel called the Noxcrew, where they have a game show, and they have YouTubers or just the fans play their games, and basically, like, whoever wins goes on to the rest of the tournament. It's really cool. I recommend checking it out. I'll leave a link in the description for their channel and the series playlist if you want. But I'm here to talk about how I made mine on consoles, or how I replicated it, because it's not really mine. Okay, so it's really complicated at first, but it's not that bad actually. So in the original game, they used command blocks to make the tiles themselves shift. So for example, this tile could turn different directions, and that's what made it a puzzle, because you can actually make the pipes move directions. Unfortunately, Xbox doesn't have that. We don't have any command blocks. So I had to find a way around it if I wanted to recreate this game. And what I did was, where the white blocks are in between each block, in each space, square, whatever you want to call it. If it's vertical, it's a trapdoor. If it's horizontal, it's a regular door. Or vice versa. I meant vice versa. Basically, the ones going up and down are doors, and the ones going like that are the trapdoors. And there are two rooms instead of one, because I kind of had to. If I put all the trapdoors and doors together, it would be really confusing. But there's one room that's for doors. Let me just go down here. So there's one room that's for doors, and the other room is for trapdoors. So if you wanted to go vertical, up or down, you're gonna have to tell whoever's the engineer. The engineer has to tell the mechanics to either go to trapdoors or doors. And that's vital, and it's really important if you want to get far. I try to replicate all the obstacles. So it was kind of hard to, because not all of them are friendly for Xbox. They had a big swinging crusher thing here. I had to get rid of that completely. I couldn't find a way to even make it. I didn't want to do the whole little. There's a little door there that it opens, but I just keep the same design. I kind of got tired of that, because I did that with most of these. But so I just made this little pool thing, and it's a 4-block jump. But when it's not a 4, it's a 5-block jump. But when you activate it in the puzzle, it becomes a 4-block, making it possible. So yeah. And the next part is a fence gate. This fence gate, it's basically, they have a big fence gate that actually the whole thing's opens because of command blocks, but we don't have that. So I just put a little trapdoor there. I actually used to have a regular fence gate, but then I realized they can just open it without even activating the thing. The next part, they had a cool animation where the piston will push the blocks off onto this portion, and you can jump on top of it. I wanted to keep the same idea, but I couldn't have it actually animate down. So I built the blocks there with one block missing, and then just have the piston push a piece of gravel into the right spot. So when you're one block higher, you can make the jump onto here. Okay, so the next part is Santa time timer. So basically, if you know about the Noxcrew, they have a game called Sands of Time, and they use a timer that looks like this. And the time runs out when you let the sand fall all the way down, and they use kind of the same concept for this obstacle. So when you go inside the puzzle and you press, I think this is the blue one, yeah. When you press the blue one, the sand will drop, and then once it's low enough, you can go through it. And the next one, they had a cool animated thing with a slime, and the slime actually, every time you push the button, it would go into the container, and you can see it fall in. Again, I couldn't do that, so I recreated kind of the same thing, but not really. Just some slime parkour, and then when you press the lever, a slime block comes up, including the other blocks connected to it, because you know slime blocks. And then you can make this jump from then on. It's kind of tough still, so I still consider it an obstacle. And then I just haven't built the little pedestals. Everything else works the same. Your engineer guides you through the puzzle itself. It still works the same because it's the same concept, but I don't think it's exactly the same game, because in that one you do have to you're forced to go back, because you can't make any more moves, you can't go through the puzzle anymore. This one you can just go through all the way through, but I made a rule to where you have to actually do each obstacle for the engineer first. So they have to go to okay, so here's the yellow one. So they have to go to the yellow one, and then they have to go back. They're forced to go back, because that's the only way I could make it fair. Or at least, it basically comes down to whoever can figure out the door pattern thing first. And I labeled all the levers A, B, A, B, 1, 2, 3, so people would understand it. I gave them that idea. I know you're supposed to figure that out in the original game, but since there's doors and they're trap doors, it made it twice as much confusing. I do need to do some detail work, because they had theirs all fancy, but it's only been me, and it's been a couple days since doing this, so or a few days. So basically the redstone is super easy. It just looks kind of confusing, but it's not. I just had the levers connected to wires, and they all lead to the doors. And the doors are activated through a piston, and the trapdoors are activated through just the repeater going through the block. And they just all lead back to the right lever. So if you come all the way down here, see, they're all connected to each lever. And then the obstacles are work the same way. They're just giant wires that go underground all the way through, which was pretty annoying, but I got it done. It goes all the way through and upwards to each obstacle, which I thought was I was pretty proud of that. Some of these are really annoying to get to. And yeah, that's basically it. That's how I made my pipeline pursuit. If you want to make it a different way, that's fine. Just the original way couldn't be done. I will post images on Twitter, tweeting to the Noxcrew, because that's kind of my thing. I've been annoying them for so long now that every time I recreate one of their games, I'm like, dude, check this out. I just recreated one of your new games. I did it with Basketball, Lockdown, Gridlock, Sprint. I did it with a few games, and I don't know. I just do it just to do it, but this one did take a while, and I'm pretty proud of it. So if you're wondering if you can make Pipeline Pursuit in Xbox, you can, but the game's different, but it's still a puzzle, and more or less the same game. And that's basically it. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, or at least it was entertaining, kind of, because it's just an interesting game, and someone told me there's no way I could recreate it on Xbox, because command blocks and all this and la la la. We might not have that, but you can still be innovative and think of different ways to have the game be played. It's just maybe a little more work. So again, thanks for watching, and well, if anyone's interested in playing this, my gamer tag is TheBigKrillo. So it has been. So you can message me and on Xbox One, and we could hopefully this game isn't as annoying as usual, because I did have some gameplay beforehand, and I was hoping that it would go well. It did go pretty well though. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.